Alrighty. Alright, okay. Do I seriously have to regenerate my... Oh, nope, we're good. We're good, we are live to Twitch. We are live... Ooh. I need to change the Twitch stream. I was so focused on getting the... There we go. I was so focused on getting the YouTube stream running that I completely forgot about the Twitch stream. Ooh. Okay. I think Dragon Axe changed his skin. That's interesting. Okay. Welcome in, everyone, to the stream today. We are once more working on the Aviary. It's our passion project, so, you know, we're gonna keep on working on it in the background here for now and forever. But today I thought we would just dedicate a whole stream to it because I'm having fun with it. Right now we're kind of gearing up. Tensions on the server are higher than they've ever been. Everybody's kind of waiting for Armageddon to start. I know Ken TV is online. He's been really aggravating the main resistance guilds, thus leading to us needing a bit more work. My biggest fear came true, and Aaron is unfortunately joining up with the Ghost Corps. So that's kind of what I was worried about, because now we're not as much, we're not better, we're not much better, because he also has full netherite, like Saunders does. So we're gonna have to deal with a bit of similar power on the enemy team, which is fine, but it provides another obstacle for us. Which, whether or not that's a good or bad thing, remains to be seen. I've had Hoaxing be threatening to wither our base very recently, and I told him, hey, if you want to give us the free wither stars, I'm not going to say no to you. And I think he kind of hasn't done that, judging by the fact there is no wither at our base. He did that because I put, I want to say 15 creakings under their base, which is really funny, because I haven't admitted to it to them. I don't care if they... What was I saying? Oh yeah, so they said me putting 15 creakings in their base was the equivalent of withering my base, which first of all, no. No, but I just said, hey, give me the free wither stars if you want. I will take them if you want to give them to me. If not, I would suggest you back away from the hoplites of the... What are we called? I think the hoplites of Armageddon are what I've been calling the faction against them. Yeah, it's hoplites against the Armageddon. So, of course, I want to say 3 hoplites right now? Okay. What all do I want? I want a shulker box, right? Right. I want... Ooh, that's the wrong thing. Don't need that quite yet. Some more rockets. Some more... we still need the chest. I'm still kind of trolling. Okay. Chest. Shulker box. Okay, that'll just be for all of the cobblestone we're going to be accumulating up here. But for those of you who haven't seen it yet, welcome to the Aviary. This is going to be the kind of community structure. It's going to be hopefully a community project. Maybe once Armageddon is all said and done, once that arc is over, we might be a little more apt to working together with the server. Right now, tensions are a little high, but I hope that this will kind of stay a bastion of peace. We'll see how that goes, but we've kind of just been like hollowing it out slowly but surely, working on it as one does. As you can see, we've gone a relatively long way from the top. And what's wrong with the lighting there? And I'm just now starting with this, so it's definitely new to me. Thank you, Dragon Axe, for the follow. What are you building? Okay. I'm not building per se, more hollowing out the main structure here at spawn, this lava cast. I've been slowly working to transform it into an actual build, rather than just leaving it here. I think I can get it looking nice, but it's gonna take a lot of work. I've been working on this for, what, 2 streams, and a little bit off stream, too. It's slow work, but it's pretty mindless. I can just turn my brain off and just put my head down, do it a little bit here and there, especially when I need cobblestone. Run up through the super smelter, get some smooth stone, continue to expand the industrial district. It all feeds into everything. I do need to continue working on the actual design for the exterior of this place. I kind of want to leave the interior like a kind of grafting together of multiple different builds. I know I touched on it in the first stream and will touch on it in the video, but I kind of want this to be like a community building so everybody can have like their own part of the lava cast where they can just build whatever they want. And I think we could get Sarah on and she can kind of merge them together a little bit, because I know back on the Luck SMP far before this time, she was the one who kind of melded together all of our builds on all the servers, so she might be able to do it for this place too. Still got a long way down to go. I am very curious why I'm not seeing the beacon beam right now, though. Is it out of render distance? It shouldn't be. Might just be that far away. Alright, I gotta keep checking here every once in a while, see when it starts to... I'll help share cords. Okay, so there's a bit of a problem with that. It's kind of hard for you to get up here without an elytra. I don't think there's a route, but here. I have a little bit of an entrance poked into this thing. So I'm not sure if Aaron got you an elytra when he was in the end and all of that, but here you can get down to this kind of entrance area. This is maybe not the main entrance, but it'll definitely be a entrance to the build. So... Ooh. What are you doing? Oh my lord. Okay, coordinates, if you can see it up there, -73 to 26. So, yeah. Maybe I should. This is why I like being at the top. Don't gotta deal with all the mobs around. Although I still, like, I can see the beacon beam here, but when I'm actually down in it, I can't see it. Oh, now I can. I don't know what was going on there. The slow mining slog. I think we can definitely make this something interesting eventually. It's just gonna be a lot of layers down. I don't know how far I've got. Ooh, maybe if I actually... Having a broken scroll wheel is fine until you actually need to use your scroll wheel for anything. Because I don't know what's wrong with it. Like, it's perfectly fine right now, but if I, like, got onto a Google Doc, you would see... Like, whenever I scroll down, No, I think it's whenever I scroll up, it just doesn't work. It starts, like, bouncing up and down. Like I'm scrolling down and up at the same time. It's a little annoying. Especially when I'm writing my book. It kind of gets in the way. I tried to get a new mouse, but I'm pretty sure I left it at Draconic's house. What was that? I feel like I just had a seizure there. Oh, was it the haze particles? I have no clue. Alright. I was thinking about in the caps... Oh, that's really weird. I was thinking about in the capstone of this thing to put, like, either a Ender Pearl stasis chamber set up there so that we can, or like a group of people can teleport back, or maybe everybody on the server can get like an area to put an Ender Pearl, and we can just have a bit of a transportation system that way. An instant transportation system. It would just cost a lot of Ender Pearls, which is the episode this week. I am unfortunately forced into it. I think this week I'm going to make the Enderman farm in the end, and maybe also the tunnel bore in the nether for netherite. But I'm still not sure if Saunders is gonna get that, because I know he said something about working on that and getting netherite for the hoplites. But from what I've seen, he hasn't started to get to work on it, so I'm gonna have to rebuild another thing from Season 1 of Guildcraft. Actually, two things, because I'm pretty sure we did have... Yeah, we had the Enderman farm in the first season of Guildcraft. I just forget if it ever made a video. It might not have. Because that was, like, in that weird period of time after, I want to say, episode 8 of Guildcraft Season 1, when I was kind of, like, right after our base was destroyed, we were kind of bouncing in between, like, I was especially bouncing in between whether or not I wanted to keep making videos on the server, or if I even wanted to keep playing the server in general. I mean, I did keep playing the server for a while after I stopped making videos on Season 1, which is kind of unfortunate. I wish I would have kept making videos. It was part of the fun of the server, definitely. And I think I've learned to understand that here with this second season. That content creation is just a core aspect of the server. And that without it, I kind of lose interest. At least personally. I mean, again, to be fair though, I did go a while after I stopped making videos on Season 1. But now there's no documentation of it. Like, I can say I kept playing that server for years. Well, I can't, because we're using the same server for Guildcraft Season 2. But you get the idea. I don't know. That was a fun season. Season 1 was, except for when the Wellkeeper's base got blown up. That wasn't the greatest. I do think opening the applications a little more was the right call for Season 2. I don't know, I've just been having fun with all the new players on the server. Like, even hoaxing. Like, a lot of people who just play on the server would probably get the impression that we'd just be at each other's throats all the time. But outside of the game, we're pretty chill. It's pretty dark out there. Might want to sleep. We're getting closer. I think, honestly, that darkness is actually doing me great, because I want to put, like, a top capstone floor right where that darkness starts, basically, like, have the floor at that level. Create a, not, maybe less of a build at the capstone there, but again, something functional, either a wind burst, or wind charge launcher, or a Ender Pearl stasis chamber. Maybe we put the stasis chamber somewhere else in the complex, and just leave the... Oh, I finally gotten to the bottom of these giant pits to hell. That's nice. I can finally mine in one perfect layer. That just means 3 more blocks I have to mine every time, but it also means I don't have to keep dancing around the pits to hell. Filling that up slowly but surely. I might want to rebuild the super smelter. Because the way I have it built, it works perfectly. But because I had it based off of the hopper instead of a chest on top of the hopper, the way the signal strengths work on it, it'll only function if there's exactly 1 hopper's worth of items going through the system, either the fuel system or the smelted item system at one time. Or else it will break. Which is kind of unfortunate, but it's kind of my fault for building it that way. I guess no, with a chest it wouldn't be that much better. Because on Season 7 of the Luck SMP, I built one that took signals from the chest instead of the hopper. Oh, I know how I could do it. I could make it a chest instead of a chest minecart, instead of a hopper minecart on top of it. Put a layer of hoppers below the chest minecart leading into the furnaces. So that way it wouldn't break in that function. That might be smart. But that would cost a whole lot more iron. And people keep robbing the iron farm. It's fine. I told them they could. As much as I hate coming up to that farm every time, and there's like maybe a stack in there. But to be fair, it's... Ooh. It's partially my fault too, the reason the iron farm keeps getting so low, because I regularly use it for villager trading to keep my elytra durability up, because I have no better XP farm, which will hopefully change once we get the Enderman farm up and running. But it might not. And we might have to deal with the eventuality where I have to build more iron farms. Overall, I wouldn't be too bad, because iron farms are relatively simple. As compared to, like, I don't know, they're surprisingly simple to build. Especially when compared to, like, raid farms, which mostly give you emeralds, like, some, I guess, totems, too. But, like, I built the bee farm in the hoplite base, and it was so much more complicated than the iron farm. I mean, of course, I'm building every... I think I've built every single farm on the server from my own, like, knowledge of redstone. I don't think I've looked up a tutorial yet. Which, I guess, is nice that I have that skill, but again, we're gonna keep on getting flaws, like flaws with the super smelter, where I build something that is theoretically better than the most simple thing, but not by a large margin. It's, you know, just barely better. But yeah, for, like, I think I'll look up a tutorial for the TNT duper, the tunnel bore for the nether, because I don't think I have that mechanical knowledge down. Just the TNT duplication has always been weird for me to actually replicate. But like I'll do much more complicated things. But I don't know, TNT duping just never made sense to me. Although what I am hoping for this season is that I know a couple people in their application, I forget exactly who, said they're relatively good at redstone. Ooh, that'd be nice. I think the village down at spawn spawns cats every once in a while. But I think my mob farm is pretty good for gunpowder as it stands. I do want to convert it to a full gunpowder farm eventually. I just think the bones are really useful just to get kickstarted with that, and the string. But now we're to a point where I have way too much string and I've just started trading it away for emeralds. But I need to make more farms specifically dedicated to emeralds for that, probably. Might be better. I might need to bring this shulker box down to the base soon. We're already filling up. Helps with rocket. Oh yeah, sugarcane farm. I saw there was one in your base, but I know I definitely want to build my own because I'm special like that and don't like taking from other people. But yeah, I'll have to build one at the industrial district that I have going on. Because I want to try my hand at the flying machine farms, like Flying Machine Bamboo Farm and Flying Machine Sugarcane. Because that's something I've never done, and more experiences are always nice, and flying machines are one of those things I've never truly understood. I mean, I've never truly understood comparators either, but then again, who has? I think I'm gonna try my hands at comparators this season. A little more intensely than just reading items or a signal strength. Because I know they have the subtraction mode, which might actually be very useful for an idea I have in mind. So that would be interesting going forward, just to have something like that. How close are we getting to the next? Ooh, we are very close to the next layer. Okay, we gotta keep that in mind. Yeah, I think finally catching a stream, Aaron. Hey, welcome in. Just having a good time clearing out the aviary right now. It's a monumental task, but we're chipping it away. I think I recycled the YouTube thumbnail for this stream from the first aviary stream. It's called Working Smarter, Not Harder. Okay, so now we're gonna have to flare this out a block. That's gonna be complicated. Oh, there are holes in it. Oh, there are so many holes through this part. Okay. Okay, that's gonna be fun. So I think it is just one block further out in all places. I don't know. That looks about right. That's nice that the lava cast kind of gave us a natural indication of where it was flaring a little bit. That's nice. I don't know what DeBacon had in mind whenever he made this lava cast way back when, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't this. Yeah, it's fine. We will transform it. It is kind of unfortunate that he got banned so fast. And I think that is the first shulker box full. I should probably... Okay. I think what I'm gonna do about the excess amount of cobblestone we're gonna get from this, I think down here at the base, I'll put a couple of chests, put a hopper leading into those chests, just so we can filter them through with from the shulker box. So let's just hollow out this little spot here. We can start putting down some chests. I need to upgrade my axe sooner rather than later. But I need to upgrade a lot of things before then. Especially before Armageddon comes. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna make a good video, though. I've already started working on it. Ooh. Fun fact. While I was working on the most recent episode, I want to say episode 7, I was looking for music for building the cactus farm too, because I need at least... The way I've been doing Guildcraft, I kind of have like a soundtrack to it, but I also add like 1 or 2 new songs every other episode. So I was looking for more songs to add to the rotation for the cactus farm, and I ended up looking up just like industrial sounding music, and I didn't understand what the industrial genre of music was until I actually started looking through the copyright free archive I use. But that was almost all perfect for the Armageddon soundtrack. I think whenever that video comes out, it's going to have one of the most distinct auditorial experiences on the Chaos Co channel. Then again, there's not really much to compete with. I'm also thinking of using the nice mic for that video, because I have this separate lav mic that I was originally planning on using for my D&D channel before that fell through. Well, fell through. It still might happen. I'm holding out hope. But I got the mic for that, and it sounds a lot better than the mic I'm using right now. It's not... I don't know how exactly I'm gonna hook it up to the PC, because it is made for mobile devices mainly, but if I could get that hooked up, I might be able to sound better in the video. I would like to use it for just normal videos and streams, but it's a lot of work getting hooked up every time, and then I also run the possibility of the mic dying on me while I'm working on something, and that's never something I want to happen, because that would make it a little annoying, especially in the middle of a stream if my microphone just died. That wouldn't be great. But hey, all's well that ends well. I also just need to work on working with OBS, because OBS keeps trying to work against me. I don't know why. I don't know what I've done to it, but it's always acted wrong around me. But that's unfortunately true for a lot of apps I use. Like, I bought a subscription for Premiere Pro. I was fully prepared to use it. You know, maybe get the Guildcraft videos or just any videos looking a little better. But whenever I started to use it, it just wouldn't function, like, in the slightest. I don't know what happened, but my instance of Premiere Pro is just fucked up. Like, I don't know what's wrong with it. Like, anytime I cut a video segment with an attached audio segment in the timeline, it'll act like I also cut that audio segment out, but it'll play back like the audio segment has been untouched, and I just can't move around audio segments either. And at a certain point, I just got frustrated enough with it and went back to CapCut. It's free, yeah. It's not that great, yeah. But at least it functions, which is better than I can say about Premiere Pro. I could probably try other video editing software, but I don't want to have another Premiere Pro situation where I get a subscription to this video editing software thinking it's gonna work fine, and then it just doesn't. And then I'm left with a $200 subscription I can't really do anything with. And I think there was a return policy on it, like if you returned the software before, I want to say a month, you'd get, like, not all your money back, but a decent chunk of it. But I spent a month just trying to fix all the problems with it, because I was really dedicated to using it. And by the time I eventually gave up on it, it was already far too late, which was unfortunate. I think I'll go back to it someday, maybe. Try it out again. Maybe try repairing my instance. I tried a lot of things back in the day to get that fixed, but never did I try, like, completely uninstalling and reinstalling it, because to me, I don't see why that would fix it. Actually, no, I might have. I might have in that time. Things start getting crazy tomorrow. Yeah, I think tomorrow is when things are gonna start heating up. I'm not sure exactly when hoaxing will have the textures to me, but I want to hold off until then to even consider starting Armageddon as a fool. But once we have the textures, we can kind of work on starting it, maybe. Well, if somebody wants to, which, from what I've been hearing from all the hoplites, they seem pretty invested in starting Armageddon, and I'm not gonna stop them. But I think, I'm not sure if the Ghost Corps knows everybody who's in the hoplites, because I know hoaxing seems to be under the impression that my guild is kind of acting as it, even though I don't think any of the hoplites are actually in the same guild. Because it's me and 2 other people, and yeah, I think we are all in different guilds. So that can, I mean, that can kind of be a hint to you. I don't know. Oh. Keep messing that up. It is kind of nice to mess it up every once in a while, though, because it gives me a bit of a reality check on when the next block out is gonna be. Or maybe someday I'll just punch through it, and I'll already be far past where I should have started flaring out the tower a little more. I need to go grab that shulker box. Oh, I guess I could just... I always forget about this. Because there is no water anymore, I always distrust it a little bit. Somebody's probably gonna remove that in Armageddon, though. I'm not gonna lie. I probably shouldn't. How? I didn't want to do any manual labor. I just wanted the machine to do it for me. I guess I have to actually right-click a couple of blocks. That's disappointing. I should just fly up on the outside, honestly. Could I try and fly up the center shaft? Possibly. Would it end well? Absolutely not. The only time I tried to fly in that shaft, I ended up losing all of my belongings. So I'm not eager to run that back. How did you send all the stone in one click? I think... Hold up, let me just... I gotta focus here so I don't smash into a wall and die. Here, let me pick up all this so I can show you. If you go into a shulker box, if you shift and double left click, it'll all go into the box at once. But you have to have, I'm pretty sure you have to have another item, like, in your cursor. Like, I can't just, hold on, let me take all this back. Like, I don't think I can just, yeah, I can't do that. But if I hold it with another thing, I can double click it like that. So that way, yeah, so just shift double left click with something already in your cursor, and I think that's how it works. But I might have changed one of my keybinds. I don't know. How's my pickaxe looking? We've taken a decent chunk out of it. Around about a 4th durability, a little under a 4th durability. Chipping away at a mountain here, quite literally. I think this is gonna end up looking really nice with what I have planned. I don't know exactly how to, like, describe it, the exterior of the build, but it's definitely gonna be... Apparently every guild has some spies. Yeah, that's... Spies for both sides is what I've heard. Because... I know when Hoaxing was first talking to me about Armageddon, like, before he started recruiting people, he said he wanted sleeper agents in every guild. But again, I'm not sure who those agents are, so I'm kind of hesitant to trust anyone on the Guildcraft server right now. I mean, well, hesitant to trust isn't the right word, because, you know, Armageddon hasn't started yet. I'm hesitant to trust people to join the Hoplites, is what I should say. That's what I should be saying. Because I barely trusted the 2 people I invited to the Hoplites in. Well, I completely trusted Saunders. But the other guy, I was uncertain of. But yeah, I'm honestly surprised. When Hoaxing asked me to join the Ghost Corps, and I told him I wouldn't join, but I recommended Saunders and Ken TV to him. And one of the two fell. So I guess I have a... Ooh, okay. I guess I have a 50% approval rating then. Okay. We have now gone down another layer. Chipping away at it, though. Pretty nice. I'm definitely gonna have to go on the creative world soon and start actually designing this to be like... He asked me this morning, too. Yeah, I think he's just been going around asking everyone. Like, I think of the, what, 2 or 3 new members that have joined since he has, well, new members that have joined, I think he is the most recent member, but I think 2 or 3 people just, like, actually logged on for the first time. But every time they log on for the first time, he messages them right away. He's like a member shark. He's waiting. He's just waiting for more people to recruit to the cause. I respect the hustle, though. I mean, clearly it's been working. I think he has, what? I know he has at least 3 people. But his numbers might be greater than that. I'm not 100% sure on everything. But yeah, from what I've heard, the texture pack is coming on Wednesday. I don't know. I think it's really cool that Hoaxing is getting full custom textures commissioned for it. So I mean, I'll definitely make an announcement about it to the members whenever that becomes a pack you'll be able to install. I don't know how it's gonna work exactly. He said he's gonna have it work so that you can name a Totem of Undying a different cape mod. Download the cape mod? Oh, I probably should. Which mod is it exactly? Because I know there are a couple cape mods. Because all of my friends tend to use Essential for that kind of thing. Especially because it allows local multiplayer. Or I guess not local, but device-hosted multiplayer. So that's what... Now, I know in Season 1 of Guildcraft we used that a lot. With my creative world, I would invite them in. I'll send it. Alright, I'll see. I'm pretty sure everybody that Hash invited has been using CurseForge, but I use Modrinth for this server. I just like it a little more, so I'm curious if the same mod is on Modrinth. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but I have no clue. Oh, I keep poking holes in the wall. I need to offload all my stuff in the shulker box. Oh, that's the wrong thing. Wasted a perfectly good ender pearl there. Hash is very close to being exiled from the food table? Hmm. I'm very curious what that's all about. Oh no, I'm not up to date on the Hash lore. I know he's streaming, but I still don't have his Twitch channel. So I don't know all of the things. I don't know what exactly is happening there. The last thing I knew about the food table was the Wither incident. So I have no clue. Oh, hold up. Let me open up Discord. I forget it automatically turns streamer mode on. Yeah, okay. Oh, ooh, I should probably not show that. Gavin, I see you and Kenneth on. You know what to do. I'm not killing Kenneth anymore. Until Armageddon. Until Armageddon. Um, I should. Okay, so what's the mod? Minecraft Capes mod. Let me see if that's on Modrinth. Um, hold up, let me pull Discord back up because I'm a dumbass who can't remember things. Mods. Minecraft. Capes. I think. Can you confirm if this is right? This looks like the right mod, but there's also this. There's too many cape mods, my. Ugh. Okay, let's start offloading the shulker box. We are quickly filling up those 3 chests. I've crafted. I don't know. The surplus of cobblestone will be nice though. This is free to take for anybody. It is okay. Add to instance. Guildcraft season 2. Okay, let me restart my Minecraft. Ooh. Let's finish the recording. Call this Aviary. Doesn't matter if I spell it right. 2. Save replay. I just need to make sure I'm keeping all of my file names in order. That's the thumbnail one. I can delete that. That's the well build. I can delete that. Main tower cactus farm. I can delete that. The flush farm. Dang, I left a lot of things in here. I need to keep that organized. But that's neither here nor there. Guildcraft season 2. All right. Honestly, kind of wish I had 3 monitors. Because I keep running out of space for all the things. Especially because I don't want to show Discord too much. With all the planning for Armageddon things happening. I mean, I guess I probably could have shown you the DMs with Anthony. Because I think... Yeah, it was just mostly us talking about killing Kenneth. Alright, Minecraft starting back up. Slowly but surely, it's taking its time. Multiplayer. I'm pretty sure Draconic was gonna get on tonight. I forget if he said he was working or not. I guess I could check if he's online in Discord. There's the sound. Okay. Let's grab this. Love how I was looking at myself like I had a cape on. Like I have touched this mod in the slightest. Takes a couple rockets to get up here, though. I do gotta say, that's suboptimal at worst. Um, flying down here slowly. I could pearl clutch down here, but that'd be a waste. Oh, that looks really nice, especially with the elytra design on it. Oh, thanks. Oh, I took a real big fall there. I did not notice that. That's probably why I've died so many times in this tower. Good thing I got my golden carrots. Oh! Let's go! The staircase has been unearthed. We can... I think you can now theoretically walk all the way up here. So if you wanted to come to the top of the tower and you didn't have an elytra yet, you can come up here now. Which is a nice little quality of life. For all the people who don't have an elytra. Which I think is mostly... Yeah, I think it's mostly the Ghost Core, at least that I know of. I'm not really completely aware of what they're doing there. Over in their mountain base. There's no Kenneth has a really big farm for some reason. That we've killed him in like 13 times, but we don't talk about that. I know that Hoaxing has music on her streams. I think I might want to invest in that at some point. Might be a nice little quality of life. Because every once in a while I just run out of things to yap about. I just sit here thinking, which isn't very entertaining. I know. But sometimes I just don't have things to say. I've been talking for what, 47 minutes straight now? But yeah, I think the way this is gonna go, I'm thinking about making it like a... Almost, I mean, I call it the aviary, but it's almost like a cat post almost. Like, you know, where cats like scratch their claws? Like one of those? But with a little bit of like moss on it, like with that kind of style in mind, I kind of want it to look like a giant birdhouse scratching post thing. I don't know how to describe it exactly, but that's kind of like the color palette I'm looking for in the build. Yeah, I don't know how Hash does it for so long. Or Hoaxing either, but to be fair, he just takes a break every once in a while and just lets the music play. Which is honestly fair, but again, I don't have music set up. But we've gone down pretty far. Because I want to say this goes up to build limit, so we have to be down like 100 blocks. Oh, I forgot to start recording again. Probably got to start that. Yeah. See, the problem with the build I want to do for this thing is that I kind of want it to be a circle instead of this weird rotated square that it turned out being because of the lava cast. Yeah, this is at 285. We're down at least 100 blocks. I think 130, I want to say. Gotta come down slow. That's not slow. What am I thinking? Yeah. This is quite the monumental project. But it's one I decided would be a smart idea to take on. I don't know. I'll make it an official server event after Armageddon stops, if ever. Working on the aviary. And once I get a decent design down for the main body, because I kind of want to build the exterior and leave the interior for everybody else. If they want to, you know, build on whatever they want, add to the community building that the aviary will hopefully eventually become. Just little things, builds of whatever variant people want to do. I think it'll end up looking nice towards the end of the server. It could also be kind of a timestamp, as it kind of documents our progression through this. You know, started as a lava cast, and now already it's closing in on the ground. You know. Oh, I pressed too many buttons there. But it's the slow chipping away that counts. That's why I have so many different recordings on mining through the aviary. And I assume that number will only keep growing. Alright. So yeah, definitely a capstone floor up there. Definitely in this kind of main column here is where we want a almost cohesive style. I'm not sure how I want to do it, because, like, I guess the closest thing I can relate this to is, I want to say Season 9? No, Season 8 of the Luck SMP, which I know most people haven't watched. Did you empty the shulkers at your base? I did not. I emptied them. You can empty your inventory in my base if you want to, but down by these two mushrooms here is where I've been dropping everything off at. It's right under this side of the mushroom, and here's where the chests are. Is the shulker box empty? It is. Alright, time to spam my rockets again. I'm so glad I have a decently working gunpowder farm. Anyway, I think I'm going to take the quick way down this time. If that hits one of the sides before the ground, I'm going to die. Okay. I don't know. We honestly don't need to keep all of this cobblestone. Like, I don't see a feasible purpose for the sheer amount of cobblestone we've gotten here. I mean, smelting like maybe a double chest down into smooth stone for the industrial district would be really nice, and it'll give me some nice XP. But other than that, well, we could smelt it down and sell to the villagers. Smelt it into stone, get some XP from that, and then sell it to the villagers, get emeralds and XP. That wouldn't be a half bad idea to dispose of this amount, or just let it despawn on the ground as we mine. I don't know, I'm just such a hoarder in games like this. I just have to keep everything I come across. That's what makes my copper golem storage system really nice, because I can just chuck whatever I want into it and it'll sort itself out. I mean, whatever I want. I'm still gonna have to go through and manually sort things I don't already have one of. But, you know, problems that aren't too big. It at least saves me some time, and then I can save sorting through the shulker boxes for when I'm actually dedicated to sorting them. Or the overflow chest. Did I say shulker boxes? I don't know, I'm going crazy at this point. I can't wait for Sand's release this month. Wish they would have given us a concrete release date at the beginning of the month, but I'm still waiting for it. I think I'll be doing a couple streams on that when it finally releases. Maybe I'll get Nick in here, because I know he really liked to playtest when we played it. Although, whenever we played Sand back in the playtest, it wasn't optimized enough. I know I had a hard time running it and recording it at the same time. So if I can run it and record it and stream it, I will definitely be doing that because I just really enjoy the game. And I think it deserves all the attention it can get. Of course, like my small streams will get it much attention. But hey. I just play games to have fun. Streaming and video creation is just the side hobby. I mean, to be fair, to be entirely honest with everyone, I only got into actual video creation to promote my books. Like, well, actually, no, I lied. Back in COVID, way back when, I started a Minecraft channel with my one friend, who was also starting a Minecraft channel at the time. We ended up doing that for, like, I want to say a couple months, just playing, like, the horrible Bedrock servers that are built into the game when you launch it. It was terrible. I was streaming from my Nintendo Switch with a capture card hooked up to the family Dell computer, which barely even ran OBS. Good times back then. I was garnering about 0 views per video, except for the one that I gave myself. And then I think that friend ended up duping me into buying a server for the first time. It was it was a Bedrock Realm at that point. But I ended up paying for that out of pocket, which I was a child back then. I mean, I still am now. What can I say? I'm still 16. But I was a child back then. So I was going off of my allowance. I had to, like, work sometimes. I remember it got to a point. This was a weird thing my family did, but honestly an interesting one. I would have, what was it? 2 hours of screen time on summer and, like, weekend days. I'm older than you. Yeah. I am a young human being, if you can even call me that. But yeah, I only had 2 hours of screen time, but I could get 3 if I did, 20 push-ups in a day? I remember that because every once in a while I would want my extra hour of screen time, but my father wouldn't actually be around to count the push-ups, so I would just send him a video of me doing 20 push-ups. I still have some of those videos on my phone. But yeah, back in those old days, because that's when the Luck SMP started. The first and still my favorite server. No offense to Guildcraft, but the Luck SMP was really fun, except for the fact that it was Bedrock. But yeah, I ended up paying for that for up until this year, I want to say. I kept that server going. 8 seasons. We were going strong the first 7. The 8th we kind of fell off because everybody got computers and laptops and things of that nature and all started migrating over to Java. I was the last person. I got my laptop pretty early in relation to the rest of my friends, but I still stayed strong to Bedrock for a good long while there. I think starting in Season 5 to Season 8 of the Luck SMP, I was on laptop. I mean, I got a lot better at building when I was on it, so can't complain here. Need to remember to light up every tier change. Oh, falling down the staircase. Alright. Ooh, I might need to go repair my pickaxe soon. It's about half durability. Yeah, so during that time, whenever I got that first server, I was making videos on it the first 2 seasons of the 7 I made. But I guess even then, slowly that Minecraft channel began to morph into just an advertisement vessel for what I actually liked doing, which was, of course, writing, writing book, writing stories. I remember because the Luck SMP actually inspired a whole movie. I made a whole script for it. I still have the script today. I think it's up on my Ko-Fi. I might be wrong about that, actually. I would have to double check. But up on my Ko-Fi, there is an entire movie script based around this SMP, and it actually gets pretty dark. Like, it gets into some body horror during... Because I remember it was the second season started at the 1.19 update, so Skulk was a real big aspect in like the entire server. And like I tied that in. I think I called it like the Symphony of Sorrow. Back when I wrote it, it was like this voice of conjoined souls who all lost their lives in experiments. It's very interesting. It's definitely where I got my start writing. And I'm glad for it, because, what, now I'm on book 3 that I'm writing? 3 or 4, I want to say? Yeah. Crazy world I live in. Crazy life I've lived so far. And again, I'm only 16. I'm scared. With the state of affairs of our nation. Price of living going up and up. I don't know. I've had a real fun time making content for Guildcraft Season 2, though. Definitely been my favorite server to make content on, other than writing. I mean, it has also inspired writing. Because I have, what? I have like 3 pages worth of lore for the Mirrored Alliance. I remember in Season 1 I was making a lot of lore about the ancient guilds. That was fun. Back in the good old days when Wonder and Whimsy was... I mean, that's basically the name of my first channel, Wonder and Wisdom. That's where the light bulb comes from. It's an old relic of the past. I should probably update that Discord profile picture. Because I remember before I understood how bad using AI was, I made the Wonder and Wisdom logo with it, and I put it on my Discord profile, and I've left it there ever since, and I shouldn't have. And I need to change that sooner rather than later. But hey. I'll probably change it to the Failing Forward logo. Eventually. Because I actually put work into that one. And that's definitely the one I'm most proud of. I don't know. I still gotta pay for like art. Like I was talking to Hoaxing while he was commissioning the textures for Armageddon, which I'm still really excited for. When he was making those textures, well, I mean, he currently is commissioning those textures, and I know he commissioned like his whole starting animation. And I was curious where he was commissioning artists from, because of course I'm going to eventually need artists for the cover art for my books. And by eventually I mean like yesterday. I have a finished book that's just waiting for a cover, and I'm not putting the effort I should be into getting a commission artist to do that. Because it's one of those things I would rather give the opportunity to my friends, and a lot of my friends would say they would do it in the future. So I said, hey, I'll keep the opportunity open for you, and they keep saying that, and it's been like 2 months now. And eventually I think I might have to just throw in the towel with that, and just get to the... what's Anthony messaging me about? Oh man, well, more for me. Hey Gavin. Hey Gavin, you should not let Gage join the server. You'll put in an application next week. I have no clue who Gage is, Anthony, but I don't know. Depends on how good his application is. Listen, I'm not keeping people out just because people tell me to. Y'all been working. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think once you guys showed up, well, specifically Drax, we've been mowing this thing down. Because I think it's like I want to say like a 10th of the progress there, and then like the rest of this. So a 10th of the progress I did by myself, but yeah. Huge shout out to Drax. Thanks for helping me with this. It'll hopefully turn into something really cool. I do have to repair my pickaxe sooner rather than later. because it's getting low. Ooh, lighting this up is gonna be a problem. That's not gonna be fun. Because we're starting to get dark spots here. It might go away if I sleep. I saw during the daytime it seems like the light kind of gets in between the cracks here somehow, which I don't think. I don't know if it's right. I'm not sure if it's just the dynamic lights messing with me. But it looks like the light bleeds through a little bit, or enough, I should say, to keep mob spawns out, but that's the lighting problem is definitely a bridge we will cross more. Oh, we're about to go down a layer. We'll cross more whenever we start actually building inside of this thing. Speaking of, we can do glowstone. Ooh, glowstone would be nice. Frog lights would also be cool, but that would require a little more prep towards, but frog lights, yeah, all the main lighting blocks would look really cool in here. I mean, I guess it depends on the build inside of here. But yeah, all the full block would go nice. In like this main tower portion, I think redstone lamps might do better. Copper bulbs are a new one we could use. Torches, lanterns, yeah, there's a lot of options for lighting this place up. That's the problem of actually doing that. You do not have to fear me. Oh, right, yeah, I completely forgot you're in the Ghost Core. Yeah. I can solo him. Yeah, I completely forgot about that, because I know Saunders told me last night when he was on that you were part of Ghost Core. Yeah, the only person I don't enjoy in Ghost Core is Kenneth, but that's for other reasons. But I have the Dragon Slave. Alright. Ooh, I'm almost out of room in the Shulker Box again for the third time. Third or fourth? I don't know. Just a mercenary. Okay, that makes sense. I'm not surprised. Well, I remember because I was saying like the worst case scenario is if Ghost Core gets Aaron, and then I got the message from Anthony last night. I was like, oh, that's great. They have somebody in good armor now. So that was not the best news to wake up to this morning, but Armageddon hasn't started yet, and personally, I have no plans of starting it. I mean, I'll keep killing Kenneth, don't you worry. I think that's what I said to Hoaxing when we were talking about it. Like, I'm not going to start Armageddon unless you stop me from killing Kenneth. Like, if you stop me from killing Kenneth unless Armageddon starts, I'm starting Armageddon. Because at this point, I don't know. I'm surprised. I'm not even sure why I let Kenneth back on the server after what he did. The Ken XP farm continue. Exactly. That's the strat. Yeah, I remember. My entire friend group started hating on Kenneth. Like I want to say like a month ago, and I didn't give in to the Kenneth hate, and I've changed my mind. I don't like the sound of that. Yeah. I don't know. He was rage baiting my boy Saunders. What was that? Yesterday or the day before? Or Saturday? I forgot. He was rage baiting him a little too much, so we had to come over here and kill him. He claims to be innocent? That's fun. Yeah, I mean, he tends to do that. He has a tendency. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to bring the shulker box back down, so if either of you two got anything you want to dump in the shulker... Oh, never mind. Oh, there's no room. Alright. I think I'm gonna have to start making new chests. I'm not sure how close we are to filling this thing up. Oh, that's wrong. And we still have a couple rounds. There we go. More of this. This. Alright. I'm definitely gonna have to start making more chests sooner rather than later. I don't know, the aviary is looking really nice though. Oh, we are close. We're closing in on the base of the tower, which is not gonna be fun to clear out. I can tell you that preemptively. This thing is a sprawling complex of different lava casts, because we have the really tall skinny one, the short medium width one, and then the pyramid over there. What? What? Are those glow squid particles? What? I feel like there's a quest line down there. Like, what was that? Huh? I don't know. I guess that's the quirks of having a heavily modded client, I want to say. Because, like, I have the zoom mod and I guess Distant Horizons is really what's doing it. I don't know why Distant Horizons would make the glow squid particles, though. I'm curious what's causing that. I'll just throw another pearl down. It's not worth the walk. Or the slow fly. Here we are. Yeah, ooh. And it opens up again. Whew. Yeah, we're getting closer and closer. It opens up at that level, okay. So we still got another one to go. I think we're honestly getting to a point where it might not be worth it to come up there anymore. Rather, I don't know where the staircase leads, though. I guess, to be honest. I have the staircase. Like, I dug the staircase out. But I don't think I know where I put the entrance to the staircase. Because, like, now, where is the staircase? Oh, it's not oh, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we can get up it. I just have no clue where it starts. And I'm the one who dug it. Okay. Oh. We missed a couple blocks. That's fine. Wait. No, wait a second. Wait just a moment. Okay. There we go. I knew this was gonna happen at some point. Just glad it's a relatively small portion of the wall. Gotta keep up a little bit of quality control here. Just a little bit. Is everything looking good now? Yeah. Yeah, unless we're out one block from where we should be. Will we carve out the other towers, or is that community? I'm not sure how I'm gonna do it. quite yet. You can work on hollowing them out if you want to, but I think those... well, the whole build is gonna end up being community. Like, I'm just kind of the manager, I guess you could say, of this build. I'm just the one laying the groundwork, and I think I'm gonna be doing the exterior too, or at least most of the exterior. So yeah, you can do whatever you want with those small towers. It's up to everyone. Everyone will get their chance to build in the aviary at some point. We may even add lava casts later down the line. As much as I don't want to, we might. We might be able to build them a little smarter, well, a little more intended for building than DeBacon did. Because I think he was throwing them down. I think he said he was going to make them mountains. I want to say, but they didn't really make sense to be mountains. I don't know. I gave him one of his strikes before he was banned was for the lava casts. Another was for the minimap mod, and another was for I want to say it's been a while. I want to say he had another mod that broke the policies. I forget exactly which mod it was though, because I know one was a map mod. I want to say the other was like a structure finding one. Maybe he was using the map mod for that. I don't know 100% there. He could have definitely. I mean, that's the reason map mods are banned though, is for the express purpose that you cannot find structures using maps. I mean, I know, like, as hoaxing brought to my attention, you can theoretically turn off the cave layer of the map, but it's one of those things I don't trust that people won't abuse. That also goes for the hoaxing's free cam, but since I have flashback for the videos, I can't really say no free cam, but it may become an issue during Armageddon. But we will cross that bridge if we come to it. Because I know he's already on one strike, and so is Kenneth for mini-maps also. Alright. How much room is left in the social? Okay. I think... Oof. Yeah, I think after I fill my inventory this next time, I'm gonna go to the villager trading hall. I'm gonna try and get my pickaxe repaired. See what I can do there. And I think tomorrow on the server, because... Well, tomorrow's Tuesday, so what do I have in store Tuesday? I have to cook dinner. I know Saunders is going to be on for a good while. So I'll have about 3 or 4 hours with him to work on stuff. But yeah, I think tomorrow I'll probably be building the XP farm or the tunnel bore. I don't know which one I'm going to build first. And then on Wednesday, we have the Armageddon textures by Wednesday. I don't know if they'll be up like fully on the server until Thursday. We'll see how that works, how that all aligns. I don't know. I don't know how that'll all work out. I just asked Hoaxing to send me the pack when it's ready. And then I can apply it to the server. So whenever that's ready, we'll install that onto the server. Well, I don't even know exactly how those kinds of mods work, because it's one of the mods where if you rename an item, it gains the texture, not just if it is an item, it gets retextured, so it's not a texture pack. I'm pretty sure. So. So once we have that, we can start Armageddon on Wednesday, but I also plan on starting a Archipelago game long term with my friends. So that's gonna definitely become a video on Chaos Co. Because we all set our challenges to the hardest possible, and I have Minecraft for the Archipelago. Since I'm decent at Minecraft, I have like every achievement except for how did we get here, I have to do. I think there are a few, like how did we get there? The one below, how did we get here? I think it's a Furious Cocktail is what it's called. I don't have to do the all foods one, I think. But yeah. I'm not sure if checks for Archipelago or Archipelago, I should probably just say it normally. Work the same way Terraria checks do. They probably do, where I just get a random item whenever I get a check. So I might do Brotato. I'm still deciding. But I think I'm gonna do Minecraft. I kind of experimented last night with how Minecraft works with Archipelago. And so I do have an inkling that that will be the game I play, but I don't know. Either way, no matter what game I choose, it's becoming a video. I might stream a couple sessions of it, because it's going to be a week-long Archipelago that I'm going to be hosting from my own laptop. Or Nick will be hosting it. I'm still not 100% sure on that, but one of us will be hosting it, so... And if it does end up being me, that means I'll probably very rarely be on Guildcraft, unfortunately, after Wednesday. Unless Armageddon happens. Then I might honestly say to hell with the Archipelago. It's Armageddon time. I don't know. I think Armageddon's gonna be fun. Like the Purge for the server a little bit. And hopefully, because I'm gonna make a backup of the server before Armageddon goes into full swing. Not to like actually like re-upload to the server, but just so I can get some shots for the video. Because as I was talking about when I was talking about the music, I have some really grand plans for the Armageddon video and for the Aviary video, which is why I'm recording all this footage. The Aviary video will probably be releasing towards the end of the season. Armageddon will probably be releasing, I don't know, 2-3 weeks after Armageddon all said and done. Because I am getting pretty ambitious with the video, and I think my risk will be rewarded, but we will see. I don't know. I just feel really motivated to make an actually like good piece of media on the server. And like, I'm not saying my videos are bad, but they're definitely rushed, I would say. I mean, the entire point of all the Guildcraft videos is to kind of be rushed. Like, the way I record things is I will record a commentary section, then I will record a time-lapse, I will record a commentary section, and I will record another time-lapse. That's the convention by which I make all of the videos here. But that convention won't exactly work for the Armageddon video, for the Aviary video. Actually, no, it might work for the Aviary video. But the convention won't exactly work, so I thought, either A, I could still make a kind of low-quality video, or B, I could put the time in and make it the best video I've ever made. And I think that's what I plan on doing. So I already have, like, half of the soundtrack for the video. And it all sounds... There's a very solid musical theme, which is really nice. I know. I've tried to put music at the forefront of videos more and more as I've continued making videos. Because I feel like it's more important than people give it credit for. But that's why I use, like, if you've watched any of the Guildcraft videos, I will use, like, the same 5 or 6 tracks, and I will only add a track every once in a while. Just so I can keep that distinct musical identity. And that will honestly, very possibly, giving the Armageddon video that contrast between just the regular, Guildcraft music and the specific Armageddon theme music might end up making it contrast with the rest of the Guildcraft videos, giving it that kind of air of brevity, that air of, I guess, newness it kind of deserves to fully flourish as a video. Because I definitely think like this is our event of the server. I mean, yeah, but like this is like Avengers Endgame for the Guildcraft server to a certain degree. So making a good video on it is definitely going to be one of my #1 priorities. Which is especially why, like, when Saunders talks about Armageddon, he's talking about it from just playing the game during Armageddon. And what I'm thinking of is maybe honestly prolonging it, because like if anybody has played Warframe during the New War quest, it's a very long quest and it's very drawn out, but in a sense that makes it feel impactful, that makes it feel powerful. I mean, makes you feel powerless. And that's kind of the point. And I kind of want a similar feel with the Armageddon video. So that way it can feel long and drawn out, but it can also feel very distinct from the rest of the episodes. The Aviary maybe less so. It's still going to be like a big, grand episode, but I don't need it to feel as distinct as I need the Armageddon video to do. Because the Aviary is just another project, but Armageddon is like a server-wide event. It is, again, our Avengers Endgame. It is our Warframe The New War. It is a lot of things, and I think it deserves the time to be fully fleshed out as a video. We are now officially out of space in all of the chests. So I'm gonna grab some wood from this tree. I think this was burnt down during the lava cast. I know a lot of the trees in the surrounding area were burnt down during the lava casts. And I think this is another victim of it. That'll craft me two more double chests. Okay. But while we're preparing for the guild war for Armageddon, I think at least me and Saunders have definitely kind of lost track of like the main Guildcraft game. Because we have both been getting really into Armageddon, and, like, because it's fun, undeniably so. But, like, I thought today would be the perfect stream to just take a moment and just work on the Aviary, just to, like, signify that it's not all Armageddon, you know? Armageddon is only a possibility of happening. I mean, it's almost guaranteed to happening because Saunders exists. But it's not guaranteed to happen. And so we're kind of left in this place where we're putting all of our resources into an event that may never happen. So I just wanted to take a step back, you know? Go back to the Aviary. Start working on that a little bit. I need to go back to my base in the cave and start working on that too. But that's one of those things, like, for that kind of build, I have to be motivated for it. I have to be motivated not only to build, but specifically for that kind of build. And that doesn't come often. Okay, I guess I could buy something useful, or I could just do the infinite XP trade. It'll definitely happen, and as a vendor, I want it to, because that means more money for me. BTW, I sell tools and armor. Okay, that's nice to know. Yeah, it will certainly happen. It will certainly happen. My question is, who's gonna cause it and when? But it's one of those things where it is an eventuality that is almost definitely gonna happen. Almost definitely. I do have a sneaking suspicion that Hoaxing is gonna get one of his guildmates to kill him to start Armageddon. That's been kind of the fan theory since the beginning, at least from me, from my side of the aisle. But I know for a fact that Saunders has been talking about taking Hoaxing out. And I want to say that's the only person who's really, like, itching to start Armageddon, but a lot of people are itching for it to happen, just in general, I have seen. I mean, myself included. It's gonna make killer content. That's gonna make an amazing video. But I'm just trying not to let it consume my life on Guildcraft. Yeah, I am curious about a lot of things that are happening in that whole... in their guild as a whole. Because I know, like, hold up, let me see if I can pull it up. Discord light mode jump scare incoming. Yeah. Because, like, here are my DMs with Hoaxing. Like, overall, like, we're mostly role-playing this, okay? This is mostly, like, two characters going back and forth. And then, like, every once in a while, I'll just say, yeah, go ahead, go, like, we'll take your wither stars, go ahead, feed us your resources, like, things like that. But I know, like, some far up here, where is it? Yeah, like, I'll ask in parentheses, like, also, just curious, how are the textures going, things like that. You know, we're still on, from what, at least from my side of the aisle, pretty good terms. But yeah, I think everybody is excited for it in one way or another. Oh, hey, welcome in, Hash. Apparently, that's not my... it's not my guild. It's not, that's not my jurisdiction, okay? That's for you and your guildmates to figure out on your own. I'm staying hands off this situation, at least for the time being. Let's sacrifice Aaron? Now what did the goat Aaron do? He's just been helping me with the aviary from what I've seen. Alright, I'm just gonna put those away because they're not stacking in my inventory. I gotta craft more rockets. Aaron, the #1 op. I mean, you're entitled to your opinion, but I'm just saying, he's chill, at least until Armageddon starts. Then we'll see. Then we'll talk about it. But until then, I'm chill with everybody on the server except for Kenneth, basically. I think that's where I stand. The food table sees Hash as an acquaintance more than part of the guild. That's crazy. Being exiled from the guild you founded. Must be rough. Alright. I need to keep repairing the pickaxe. Okay, I thought I had efficiency 4 on it for a second. Prepare for the main character energy. Hey, everybody's got their spot. Everybody's got their spot during Armageddon, and we'll see how that goes down. It's gonna make a killer video though, and that's all I care about. You led us to death by spawning. Okay, Aaron. From what I saw, that was a group event. That wasn't just Ash doing that. That was a whole guild decision over there. Alright. Have the iron trades reset? They have. Stack and a half, I think it is. I keep getting messed up in the math. And bigger. a scapegoat on the server. Oh, maybe if I held my mending pickaxe. It may look that way, but the DMs were him convincing us? Listen, that's none of my business. None of my business. I do not know. I do not know. Not my guild, not my problem. Alright, pickaxe is repaired enough I can get back to work. You're holding the guild back by being so broke. You know, that's honestly real. I can't even argue with that. Ugh. Yeah, to be fair though, Draconic, when we brought him into the hoplites, he was also broke. You know, spread the wealth. That's what we've been doing. At least recently. And then again, he does lose it every 2 seconds, so I don't know how many times can we keep resupplying him. That's the question. Like, I gave him a full set of diamond, and he proceeded to lose the gear to a zombie. And then we had to re-gear him. This is honestly just a lesson to stop donating to the poor, because they'll just abuse the resources. I understand the politicians now. Give him a stack of diamonds and he lost in less than 10 minutes. Yeah, that's rough. That is rough. Yeah, well, across the hoplites we have a decent amount of diamonds. I'm gonna lie, this is why we need the Coliseum, to throw all the frauds in and fight for our amusement. Hey, I'm just saying, the Aviary would work as a nice Coliseum as it stands right now. If you want to put your money where your mouth is there a little bit. Aren't you the ones who killed me for the stack of diamonds? Jack's only blood, I still have PTSD. Listen, I don't know exactly why you all beefing, but I'm just saying. All of this might be settled during Armageddon. You know, that's an easy way to solve the problems. You kept stealing from a stop line because you streamed the evidence. Hawk, I don't think you were there, but my last stream, I was getting bullied by these guys. Guildmates? I don't know. I don't know whose side to pick here. I'm not gonna lie. I'll have to watch the stream back now that I have access to your Twitch account. Oh, we get to the fun part. We get to the fun part of the tower when it stops being perfect. Oh. Reaction time, -seconds. It's fine, I survived. Okay, can I get up this? Yeah. This is gonna start getting hard to mine. But in one stream, I just want to point this out. In one stream, we've made it from up there all the way down here. if you watch the stream, he kept stealing from our guild. And he kept stealing, and our guild has strict unspoken rules. Listen, I'll watch the footage back, but to be fair, are you really stealing from a guild, or are those just communal resources? That's my question. Because I know we at the Mirrored Alliance, all of our resources are shared. I mean, not only shared with other people in the guild, just shared with everyone. So, like, personally... Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Definitely robbed him. Okay. 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 Folded under no pressure. Well, you have it here, ladies and gentlemen. I was over here defending him. Meanwhile, he's not even defending himself. I can explain, I swear. Lights were too bright. Alright. Yeah, this is gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to poke holes carefully here. It was a misinput. My hand somehow slipped. It took six full sets of enchanted diamond armor. Yeah, I hate when that happens. Hate when your fingers slip and all of a sudden all of the guild's resources are gone. Don't know what to tell ya. Hate when that happens. Actually, I do got something to say about that. Last time Nick was on, like 3 millennia ago, almost every one of the chests in his house were completely full with things. Hold on, let me just go up to Nick's house. And also, this is a PSA for Aaron and I guess all of the Ghost Corps who are threatening my base. Quick PSA, the part above the underground is not my base. That's Nick's base. He has expressly said he does not want this top portion destroyed. If you want to destroy my base, you can drop down that well there or go down the mine down here. But don't blow this place up. He ain't have nothing to do with it. But with that being said, buy a product of me and everybody else on the server, I'm not gonna lie. Nick's supplies have gone down from full chest of everything to... Well... I mean, some of the chests are still full-ish. But definitely not as full as they used to be. Spare the happy gas. Who? Aaron threatening my happy gas? He's just to be fair, the happy gas entire purpose was just to try and get my stuff back whenever I lost it. I would never blow up your base unless it's for the right price, of course. But Hash would do it for free. Honestly, I don't care who does it. Just don't blow up Nick's base, okay? Don't blow up Nick's base in my name. I just wanna put that out there. That is his portion. I mean, for content. Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. See, I killed Kenneth 13 times on Saturday for content, even though I wasn't recording at all. Wasn't recording, wasn't streaming, but guys, it was for content. It was just for content. Speaking of, Kenneth isn't on the server anymore. I can't kill him for content. So, I mean, we've come a long way from the start of the stream, but we still got a lot to go. For sure, same thing happened to me, but the other way around. I think I have a death record in an hour on the server. Yeah. Again, I'm not gonna pick sides in the food table beef. You guys can figure that out. Unless you wanna rope me into this by blowing up my base. In which case I would kind of be forced to care. But until then, I'm gonna stay out of it. Your beef is your beef. I don't care unless it's Armageddon. Then I might need to start caring a little bit. I am honestly kind of excited for Armageddon just because I think it'll honestly unite the server more than it'll divide the server after Armageddon. That's my take on this. You know, see the silver lining. We will eventually be united. Maybe. I give it like a 60% chance. I want to have aerial wars with the Happy Guest. That would be fun. They're just so slow, it's kind of hard to maneuver. Because I know Anthony was talking when we were, or Saunders was talking about doing stuff with the Happy Gas for Armageddon with the maces. But they just move so slow. Like if the person you were trying to hit with the mace was moving at all, you'd probably miss. I think most people are too inactive for now. Yeah, hopefully watching Armageddon and participating in it will receive some of the community. That is the hope. I don't exactly know if everybody will enjoy Armageddon. I think it's going to be one of those things that during Armageddon we might have we're going to have a very divided server. That's kind of the point of it. But we're going to have a very divided server during Armageddon, but I think it'll heal back stronger, as I told Hoaxing. Since Hash is the poorest in our guild, he is no longer has any say in our guild activities. Oh, the rich stay rich and the poor can get their money up first. They demoted me to leather. Dang. Dang, I see you guys have built a bit of a hierarchy in your society. Have fun with that. Alright. The Griefer. Okay, I don't think I have enough context. I don't think I have enough context to put any input into the food table beef. What was I even down here for? Oh, red torches. Hash is openly hated by everyone in the guild. By the way, okay. Oh, okay, I wouldn't harm a fly unless that fly was it was a muscular man named Randy. Uh, I mean, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Listen, I'm not gonna input on the food table beef. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'll have to watch the VOD back. I'll have to watch the VOD back before I put my input. After that, though, I am picking a side. So let's hope Hash makes a good case. We keep him because we feel that bad. You're acting like he's a dog, like he's a pet. You're just keeping him around because you don't want to put him down or sell him to another owner. We got a civil war happening in the food table before Armageddon even started. Alright. See, all of my guild members just don't log on, so I don't have the opportunity to have beef with them. Not gonna lie. Good idea, Hawk. Just no food tables, peasant. Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. Do I not have any coal that's not tied up in the super smelt? Oh, it's all in my ender chest, right? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to watch that VOD back because from what I was seeing just weeks ago, you guys were all fine, except for the whole wither thing. But we don't gonna talk about that. I'll just take out 16. What was how how did I get 16? I don't know. I'm not gonna question it. That's how much I need. And I just need 16 sticks. Grab myself some torches, start lighting up the aviary. Oh. I play this game. There was a homie. I'm still mad he died. He sacrificed himself to help us all. Yeah, let's not talk about the wither thing. A very dark time for the food table. Indeed, indeed. Dark time for the whole server, not gonna lie. Probably because the whole server at that time was the food table. But that's neither here nor there. Hey, at least now we got more than one active guild. Armageddon might be a looming threat to all, but we have more than one active guild. So like that's an upside. Looking for the positives. I should stop spamming rockets like that. Yeah, well apparently you guys aren't gonna be the only one getting withered because Hoaxing keeps threatening me with that. Again, it's as I told him, if he wants to feed me in the Nether Star, he can. Alright. This is not gonna be fun to shape. Cause yeah, it's going in that direction. Yeah, the shape is not gonna follow pattern anymore. We just infest the server with 20 withers. Please, please don't. That would honestly, I'd just probably take them out, get 20 free wither stars. Make this true Armageddon. I don't know. That's what the Ghost Corps planning to do, but I haven't seen much infrastructure from them. Haven't seen much. Aaron is probably the most stacked player in their group, but he's only working for the pay, so I don't even know if they have the materials to pay him with. We'll see what happens. Withers seem attracted to me. What happened last time anyway. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just saying, the Wither thing might have gone better if you all didn't run away from the fight. And thank you for the follow hatch. They put up a good price, and I followed the money, nothing personal. I understand. I'm just curious what they had to pay you with, because from what I've seen from their base, they're not really rolling in it over there. I mean, definitely not Kenneth, but like he's made to be poor. He's made to stay poor. That's not even the guild's job. That's my personal vendetta against them, and Anthony's too. Probably with food. Honestly, though. I mean, to be fair, Hoaxing almost made me switch up to his team when he offered to be my editor, okay? The bribery is strong with that one, okay? He almost got me with that one. But I thought he would know too much. Ain't no way. I mean, to be fair, he's straight up commissioning the texture pack for the server. Like, of all the people, he is the second most monetarily invested into the server already, which is kind of crazy. Because he's making the textures for it. I mean, the only thing I do is pay to keep the server on. I just work here, man. Oh, it's so nice being able to instant mine the stone. That's why we keep the beacon on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they got Kenneth on the team, not gonna lie. I think Kenneth is just out for blood against specifically me and Anthony. Which would make it even funnier if I switched up to his side. Yeah, you're definitely getting the most people on the server. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I think you've gotten half, I want to say, the people on the server that are on the server. I think I'm not allowed to disclose what they offered, but I will be the richest soon. No, I didn't mean like that. Ah, okay. Yeah, you have been doing most of the work when pushing the server to actual players, though. I mean, again, you got half the Discord on. I was thinking more about punching bag terms. Oh yeah. Well, to be fair, there is also Kenneth, which to my side of the server will forever be the punching bag. Deservedly so too. I cannot disclose what he did, but he has done some heinous actions in his life. I should probably just stack that up, shouldn't I? Should probably use my 2 brain cells. Now I gotta surpass him. I don't think federal crime is gonna surpass the amount of hateable that Kenneth is, but you can try if you want to. I would caution against committing a crime, but up to you. The Kenneth hate is not unjustified. I can microwave cereal. Okay, but to be fair, one of my teachers, this is true, eats his cereal with water in it, so I don't know if you can surpass him. Like, I don't know if that's possible. I've been desensitized to it a little bit. And he would eat it at school, too. We don't like... I eat my cereal dry? That's valid, though. That's honestly valid. Eating cereal dry is not a problem. Oh. We got so much more work to do on this thing. I think the problem for the rest of the Aviary isn't gonna be just the sheer amount we had to mine, like, towards the top. It's gonna be shaping the thing. Because, like, theoretically we have less to mine now, but we have more shaping to do. We gotta poke holes in it here and there, make sure we're following form with the exterior a little bit. I mean, we can leave a couple blocks. It's not too big of a deal, but... It would just be nice to get this to as good of a position as we can. As clear of a position, I should say. Yeah, we're doing some good work on this. Oh, by the way, how full are we on the server? Hold up, let me... Yeah, it was out of 32. You were correct on that. Let me open up the console here. See in the back end. Yeah. 32 is the maximum. How many players are on the whitelist, though? Do I gotta count this? 1, 2. 14, 15. Still 21. So, yeah, whenever I made the announcement to... So, 21 out of 32. I think whenever I made the announcement to the Discord, I don't think we've had any new members since. So, yeah, I think it's still 21 out of 32 people on the whitelist currently. And I don't know, but I might be calling the inactive members from the whitelist. Because, like, there are a couple people who played for, like, 1 or 2 days and haven't been on since. And, like, there are 2 routes I could go with it. Either I could, like, we could do events to get them on, which is what I'm hoping Armageddon will do. But I might honestly just say, hey, if you don't log on during Armageddon, you're gonna be removed from the cap. Because that's, I think, a server-wide event enough and will hopefully last long enough, or we can use that as a valid indicator of who is considered active players. I mean, to be fair, if it ends up, like, only lasting, like, 1 or 2 days somehow, which would be unfortunate for the content, but if Armageddon ends up being short, we'll of course not do that, but I just thought that might be a good indicator. But yeah, we're 21 out of 32. So we still got plenty of room to grow into. And that 32 limit is kind of arbitrary too. I mean, you can always do a renewal thing where you remove them from the whitelist, give them an inactive role in Discord, and then just whitelist back if they DM or something. That would be a good idea. But it's one of those things, again, the 32 player limit is completely arbitrary. I'm pretty sure the player limit on this server is theoretically infinite, the way I have the server set up, because I'm affiliate with the server host. I have infinite player slots on the server, although that doesn't mean infinite processing power. So, theoretically, I could expand the player cap to, like, I don't know, let's say 300, but the server would start suffering. So I don't want to make the number too large. I thought 32 is nice. I don't know if you saw it. I think I explained it in one of the videos. But the way I came up with, like, the 32 number was straight up pi times 10 rounded to the nearest whole number, rounded up to the nearest whole number. I'm not sure why my autistic brain decided that was the way we would figure out how many people were on the server, but it's also just half a Minecraft stack, so that's what I tell people. That's what I tell people it's based off of, but that's not what it is. So yeah, 32, kind of arbitrary, but I thought it was a good number in between a large amount of players and not crashing the server every time more than 4 people are on. Or I guess that's not how that would work, but at certain times in the day. Ah, math, I'm melting. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I've just decided to be good at math. Like, my autistic brain has decided, like, that's the thing you're good at. No actually, like, applicable math skills, but, like, basic math I'm really good at. Could probably get a career in it, but I really hate math, but I'm good at it. Alright. This shaping is falling apart so fast. I stopped understanding math when they added letters, not gonna lie. Yeah, see, I stopped understanding math about when they started adding Greek symbols. That's what lost me. The letters I was fine with. The Greek letters, on the other hand, I was lost. Well, still am lost. I'm still in a statistics class. Please send help. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get into, like, a backup of the world and just get, like, on a creative backup of the world and just start building a shroud. Math really stealing the whole alphabet. Yeah. Yeah, especially during geometry. They just take every number then. Steal them all. Did I say number instead of letter? I'm done. I write words for a living. Heavy air quotes around living. Act like I'm not still 16 and live with my parents. But I write for my career, and I act like I'm good at English. Meanwhile, I just speak wrong most of the time. Love that. You, it's a youngin'? Yeah. Yeah, my fault. My fault. Should have been born earlier. Should just time travel. Tell my parents to have me earlier. Alright, that's where the exterior is on that particular block. Put a torch there. Return to character customization, for real. Maybe give myself better genetics while I'm there. That way I don't have like 13 different genetic diseases before I hit 18. Maybe try re-rolling the stats, you know? Pay for premium. Alright. I need to start working on... what I'm gonna put here in the capstone, because I still don't know if I should do a wind charge. Are you 20, Hawk? No, I'm 16. 4 years off. I didn't have enough skill points for the Nepo baby path. I don't think anybody does, really. I think it's a myth. I think you have to use the premium currency. Unfortunately. Nah, I'm not gonna pearl down. So how deep into the rabbit hole are we? That deep. We're not even into the real bad part. Where the phantoms at? I am an idiot. Ash, you're an unk. I had a lot of arrows flying. I still gotta keep extorting Anthony into getting me netherite. He was supposed to have it ready for me, like a while ago. I'm just gonna start tunneling up by 3-ish months. Yeah. There's the beacon again. Just gotta get back up to the main mining platform. That's it. That's all. The structural integrity of this place is already cooked. I don't think poking any more holes through it will matter. Alright. How long have I been streaming for? 2 hours? Dang, that's the longest stream I've done in like years. Typically I'm an hour-long streamer. Hour and a half, maybe. It's nice to just be uninterrupted. That's typically the problem I run into. W long stream, thanks. I would like to do it more often. It's just... Typically, I'm just sitting here by myself. Being all sad and depressed, you know? But since I actually got people here, I mean, the only time I have people around is when Anthony's also streaming. Oh my god. When Anthony's also streaming, but he I don't think he makes an hour regular. No, because he typically leaves his streams on and then starts watching TikTok. And he's only gotten like 4 copyright strikes for it. It's super hard for me to stream if I had it. Yeah. My thoughts get all jumbled. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I can talk for a long time. Like, if I could just sit here and go genuinely insane and just keep talking to myself. But I'd prefer not to. And it also hurts the channel averages. That's the main reason I don't stream that long. Like, if I spend, like, over an hour with 0 people watching the stream, I typically just quit while I'm ahead. Try to hurt the channel average the least. W TikTok brain. Yeah. Until you have to listen to it for, like, a half an hour. Don't worry about stream averages. I know I shouldn't, because honestly, I don't care about streaming, but I care about streaming. It's one of those things where I act like I just... Most of the time, streaming is just recording for me. Like, it's just instead... If I have footage I want to record, but I'm not 100% sure I'll stream it. Because then it'll be useful either way. Streaming for longer gives more of a chance of discoverability, which will actually increase your averages, huh? I, again, haven't really researched into this Twitch thing very much. I just hit the go live button when I'm not sure if I want to sacrifice my disk space for more recording space. But yeah, especially with Guildcraft, I've been starting to take it a little more seriously, because it's a way I can make content without being actively participating in it. Because with the Guildcraft videos during Season 1, I barely streamed that, and I kept running out of space, so I was like, you know what, maybe if I'm doing 2-hour-long recording sessions that I'm not 100% if I'm going to use, I just stream it. That way, if I need it, I can download it, no problem. And if I don't need it, at least it's out there. At least it's doing something for me. At least I didn't just waste a bunch of time. Especially because recently I've stopped just playing video games for the love of the game. I've started playing them to be at least slightly productive the whole time. Even if that slightly is just streaming. I like streaming mainly because it allows me to look back on past things. Which is the same as recordings, I guess. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about YouTube as a whole. Like, hold up. I could pull it up here right now. I'm not sure if I want to. But like I have basically timestamped my entire life with YouTube. Here is Failing Forward, the channel nobody knows about. This is where I used to get my main profile picture from. But I don't anymore because I changed it to the Clippy profile picture back when that was a thing. You a sentimental statement? We welcome everyone in the chat. I literally just pulled up a YouTube channel called Wonder and Wisdom that's all about, like, philosophy and stuff. Sentimentality is the most welcome thing in the chat. Oh, yeah. Funny statistic I want to point out here. If I just go back here for a second. More videos than subscribers. Top 10 things that motivated me to leave this channel behind. But yeah, like... talking about, like, the timestamp and the memorabilia thing, is that, like, again, this channel has... Can I make this... No. But yeah, I have unlisted videos from... I was talking about it earlier in the stream. I'm not sure if you were there yet, Hash. But earlier in the stream, I was talking about how I used to have this channel... I want to say since the pandemic, but I think it was a little after that. I'll find out here in a second, but yeah. All the old Luck SMP videos. Oh, this is so bad. Couldn't even afford thumbnails. Like I was paying for them in the first place. Yeah. Yeah, this was certainly a time in my life, but it's nice to just have the documentation. If I ever want it. W philosophy. Wait, you sentimentality, you're right, Aaron? Oh, dang. Dang. I guess I just can't have anything. Yeah, I think I've greatly enjoyed streaming now that I've actually kind of tried to focus on it a little more. Rather than just using it as basically recording. Because I know... Nah, here. We can't be showing weakness. Nah, see, I'm built by weakness, so, like... It's kind of irrelevant for me, not gonna lie. I am a ball of weakness. That's all I exist to be. But I honestly be vibing with it though. Oh, this is gonna be a pain to do. Old channels are great. Yeah, I mean, I cringe looking back at it, but it's also like it's a nice timestamp of your life. That's what I like about it. I can look back upon it and just recognize that while, yes, it was not the best work I've ever made, it was something I had fun making, and it was something that will forever be there. And forever be there for me to look back upon. And I think that brings me some kind of solace. What made you want to start content creation? Like role models and stuff? Okay, so oh, this is a story that uh this is yeah, so back in the day. I mean, yeah, you're definitely like one of my guiding lights for streaming. You and Hoaxing cuz you're both people I can like interface with. Who I can actually like kind of say, "Hey, am I doing this completely wrong?" And I know I am. So you don't have to call me out on it yet. But like in the future, once I start actually getting into streaming, but yeah, Hash, like your streams give me that air of like kind of that genuine feeling that a lot of streamers kind of slowly lose as they continue going on. And Hoaxing is just like a decently large streamer. I think he has what 300 followers, so like decently large, especially in compared to this little group we have here. I mean, look at me, I'm not even affiliate on Twitch yet. But yeah, for starting YouTube originally, I think it was less of a I really wanted to get into YouTube. It was more of a my friend really wanted to get into YouTube and I just really like competing with people. I think that was more of what happened there. I am from a family of competitive people and I will forever be a competitive person and I won the competition. The friend who started YouTube with me all them years ago, has quit. It quit like a while ago. Fair. I'm kind of like that for YouTube as well. Yeah. But the friend who did that quit. And fun fact, later down the line, so Chaos Co was never meant to be my channel. It was meant to be a community channel. It was meant to be like my whole group of friends who worked on it and who we all made our own dedicated videos. But if you look back upon the videos, I think Nick did one stream on Guildcraft this season, and I think that's all the content from people other than me. But yeah, Chaos Code was another one that was kind of spawned from competition. I mean, every time I've like actually attempted to like grow larger on YouTube, it's because I've had somebody in my friend group to compete with. The first time it was that friend who originally got me into the game. Not the game. Well, I guess the game of YouTube. That was originally it, but then later down the line, Saunders, who you would know from the server, also got into streaming. Not streaming. Video creation. He had a channel called Chaos Kings. If you look back far enough in the Guildcraft archives, I think he made like one video on it. If you wanna look back upon that. But he gave me that competition, and it wasn't the greatest competition ever. He wasn't really great at it, especially because I had previous experiences with it. But that's when I think I started taking off, like, Wonder and Wisdom started taking off as an actual channel. Because I think that's when I grew from, like, a couple dozen subscribers to, like, the 150 that I have now. Ancient videos? Yeah. Yeah, from a long while ago. Even the season 1 Guildcraft videos are starting to feel dated to me. Like I watched back all of them when Guildcraft season 2 started just so I could see like what I was doing. And like they were definitely like my best work of all of the things. But they weren't by any means good, and I think I've iterated upon them a little bit in the newer seasons of Guildcraft. I'm not 100% sure. I know for a fact the process of making videos have gotten quicker, which is always nice. Like, I think last week's video I pumped out in a day because I procrastinated it. And I'm gonna procrastinate this week's too, probably, because I just procrastinate everything. But yeah, so competition definitely breeds success. And I've also noticed when I don't have competition, I can grow, but I stagnate. Because, okay, time to whip out another one of my channels. I think I have 3 channels in total. There's Chaos Co, Failing Forward, and Wonder and Wisdom, which you've already seen. Welcome to the horrible world of... Oh guys, Chaos Co is streaming right now. I'm gonna drop in and give that a like. Self-glaze a little bit there. Here. This is the D&D, the Dungeons and Dragons YouTube channel. This is also kind of like the authorship. L self-glaze? Oh, dang. Yeah, you're right, you're right. But this was the, this is the D&D channel. Most of these are unlisted videos, like 2 of them are because these are, Ko-Fi exclusives, because I wanted to do, a while back, I wanted to be a humble content creator, with my life, still do. But this is, like, where all my books are and stuff like that. 2 notifications. Don't care. But like with this was created without any competition. I just did this. And it ended up growing pretty large. I mean, 68 subscribers isn't like the best, but it's nothing to scoff at either. And it was mostly due to the short series I made, but I did slowly but surely built up a small following there. But again, without competition, it stagnated because I had nothing forcing me to get better, and eventually I just gave up the project, despite the fact that I think I have $500 invested into this, because I had to like rearrange my whole room for this. Because this is my, let me pull this up. Let me dox myself here real quick. This is me. This is like my D&D group. Here, setting up the camera. But I had to redo my entire room for this. Like, you see, this right here is the Murphy bed. It's where I didn't have this before I wanted to start doing this channel, so I spent $200 on this. I had to do, like, the entire setup, the entire table, and the entire recording setup, which was, like, a 3-camera setup. All of it for the plans to fall through and me to, lose motivation. Face reveal. I face revealed a long time ago. Yeah. But it's one of those things. This is worst, top 10 worst angles of me ever. I mean, my eyes are just so deep into my face, they keep casting shadows. It's a constant problem I have. That being said, I think that would have been like a successful video series if I just had the competition to actually motivate me to continue to work on it. Because, like, there were no other, from what I could find, there were no people I knew that were in there. There were no people I knew that were in that niche that were trying to get into that type of content creation. So I ended up just spiraling. I ended up trying to like make it better, but having nobody to compare myself against except for people that were either way beyond or just like not at all doing it. Like I would compare myself to like what is it? Oh, I'm blanking on the name. I want to say Roll20, but I know that's not wrong. I not wrong. I'm losing the thread here. Losing the thread big time. Critical Role, that's it. I'm not sure how I forgot that. But like we would always compare ourselves to like Critical Role and people like that, and eventually I was like, now wait a second, that's not really a fair comparison to make. We're comparing the humble one-person team. Haven't heard that name in so long. Yeah, it's still around from what I've heard. I've never actually watched them that much. I just kind of saw them in passing here and there, but like they were like the figurehead of that kind of content. So that was what I thought I had to compare myself against. But I was like, that's not a fair comparison to make. I shouldn't be comparing myself to like the best in the industry. So I stopped. It's the biggest it's the biggest D&D content creation space. Yeah. But I got really into Failing Forward for like a solid couple of months. But it's more staged, if anything, a lot of budget and stuff. Yeah, that's a big problem for me. Cause like I wouldn't say it's fully staged, more like there are scripted plot lines that they go through. Cause again, part of D&D is that improv aspect, and I don't doubt they did plenty of it. But it's one of those things, like, they had a lot more budget than us. They had a lot more equipment, a lot more staff, a lot more things like that. And, like, comparison can spark competition, which forces you to be better. But it can also, the term comparison is the thief of joy. I really quickly fell into that cycle where if I compare myself to someone on a similar skill level, I almost always improve and have motivation to improve. But if I compare myself to someone who's either far above my skill level or just non-existent, like if I just stop comparing myself, I end up stagnating. It's not that I don't improve. It's not that I'm not good at what I do. It's that I get to a certain point and stall out. I just can't force it any further. Which is kind of unfortunate, because I've had a lot of good ideas fall through the cracks that way. But I don't know. At a certain point, I do have to, like, kind of hang my hat up and remember that content creation has never been the goal for me as a person going forward with my life. It is 100% always been writing. I think it's the lack of clarity which hurts you. You can compete with people after you've known what they kind of been through and their aspiration versus people who have already made it. Yeah. And it's one of those things where I constantly wonder, like, maybe instead of comparing myself to, like, Critical Role, I would compare myself to, like, Critical Role when they were first getting started. And that definitely helped, because there's this one D&D channel that I watch pretty regularly. It's called Ox Venture, and they're very clearly, like, a lot more advanced than us now, but they had a lot of their old videos cataloged. So that was kind of a benchmark. Like, if I want to be where they are now, I can take these steps. But what I found pretty quickly is YouTube is a game of niches. If I try and, I don't know, say, copy the steps that Ox Venture did to make them so successful, I would just end up being an Ox Venture clone, and I wouldn't be original. And it's mostly that authenticity that keeps stopping me. Like, there's hundreds of videos on, like, if you do these 10 simple steps, you can become a famous content creator immediately. And it's mostly just people telling you to re-upload Family Guy clips. Which, I mean, clearly has made a lot of people very successful on, like, shorts and TikTok and reels and things like that. And it's very clearly a viable route to take, but would I want to take that? It would feel kind of like soulless recreation rather than actual progress, which is what I want to make. And again, it's just the reminder that content creation isn't the goal. It's always been writing. I mean, but content creation and writing kind of unfortunately go hand in hand, because you can't sell your books if you have nobody to sell them to. I need a market. That's the main reason I've been keeping up with content creation. I need eyes on my content in heavy quotations so that I can, once I begin launching books like this, even if it's just throwing in like a 10-second like outro like I have been in a lot of the Guildcraft videos, I can maybe divert the attention from my content into what I'm actually passionate about doing. It's a funnel into writing more than it's actually a funnel into itself, is the way I've been doing it the past couple of months, especially now that I have a lot of my writing published. And I think that's helped me reframe it a little bit, helped me work on it. But all in all, I've been having fun doing it, so that's what I'm gonna keep on doing. I'm gonna keep streaming. I'm gonna keep making content while I have fun with it. And if I stop having fun with it, like I have so many times in the past, I'll take a break. And history dictates I'll be back to it eventually. Judging by the fact I've been back to so many channels. I mean, content creation can lead to many things. I kind of see it as a stepping stone. For me, though, it is the end goal, so I may be good. Yeah, it makes sense as an end goal, and it also makes sense as a stepping stone. I definitely see where you're coming from with that. And a lot of people, it was originally the end goal, but it became a stepping stone into something bigger they did. But honestly, again, it's one of those things where if I stop having fun making content because it's not the end goal, I have the ability to step away from it. Where with my writing, there have definitely been days where I'm like, well, I want to get the chapter out. I need to get the chapter out so that I can kind of, I guess, kickstart my career. You know, I mean, by no means am I established enough to see where that career may be, but like it was from the beginning. Like I remember my parents telling me like from the moment you started like talking, we knew you were going to do something with your words. And I think that definitely rings true, especially with writing and storytelling and things like that. I mean, hence the reason I've been making lore for the Guildcraft server. If you've seen that in the Mirrored Alliance Discord, I mean it's not good. I just kind of threw it in, but it's a bit of combining two passions of mine. And again, it's providing a story, it's providing that words that really helps. At least with me personally. Oh. Oh this tower. Oh this tower. From my own site, I think you specialize in organization in general. I think you are good at starting things up and sort of maintaining them. Yeah, I thank you for that. I agree with you on most of that, but when you say maintaining things, growth is a whole different factor, so I don't know. But I think you have the foundation. Well, thanks for that. That means more than you could understand, and I hope you're right. I'm not gonna lie. I think I have the foundation down. It's scaffolding off of it. That's the problem, and it always has been. I think the foundational knowledge is something that's always been like that's always come easy to me. It's just taking that foundational knowledge and turning it into something that I can actually like do and enjoy for a long period of time. Like, good night. We'll go with Guildcraft as an example because I mean we're on it. During season one, I built that foundation. I would say some decent videos on it, and then I kept maintaining that foundation, as you say, but I just couldn't build anything on top of it. And to be fair, part of that was not allowing the applications to be as open as they may have needed to be. Of course, during season 2, I've kind of laxed that a lot, but it was kind of it was foundational knowledge without applied purpose, I think is the best way to sum it up. And that's the way I've kind of been feeling for I think the past year I've been doing YouTube. Year and a half now, honestly. That's crazy to think about. Yeah. But you're definitely right when you say growth is a whole different animal, and one that I struggle to grasp to a certain point. Again, I can build the foundation, which to some is growth enough. Building a foundation is growing it from something else, from the ground up, even if it is just a new slate to build something on. You still have built that foundation. And that's still progress enough in of itself. I guess that's probably where me and you differ. I kind of don't really think about maintaining, and therefore I have stuff topple all the time. For some reason, though, I can't give up on content creation. Yeah, see, I don't know what advice I could give you there. Maintaining, like, big projects has always just been the way my brain is wired to a degree. Like, I've always had this kind of focus on thing but not really understand why I'm focusing on it. And to that degree, I think we are very common on that. We keep coming back to content creation, despite the fact that we keep failing to maintain our foundations. Because I like whenever I showed you the Wonder and Wisdom channel, I would say personally that was a great foundation. But I stopped maintaining it because I didn't think it was worth it. With failing forward, that was a great foundation. To be fair, it wasn't entirely my fault for not maintaining it. The group that I was playing the games with kind of broke apart, and there were a whole ton of scheduling issues with getting that actually going. But it was a great foundation, one I put genuine money into, that could have gone somewhere, but it just fell apart. I mean, that one was to less fault of my own. It wasn't to no fault of my own by any means, but to less fault of my own than, say, Wonder and Wisdom, which was entirely my fault. And especially in the recent months, I've kind of been beginning to regret letting Wonder and Wisdom rot, because it was honestly, it was simple, it was easy, it was fun, but it resonated with people. Because, like, the kind of rant I've been going on now, this was what a Wonder and Wisdom video was. It was just me ranting on top of Minecraft footage most of the time about the nature of things depending on the topic in the day. So, overall, I would say, to a certain degree, we are the same in that. The only foundation I've consistently maintained is writing. I started in middle school, and I haven't given it up since. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's the fact that I can have multiple foundations at once. I can have multiple projects at once without it feeling overwhelming. Like with trying to run 3 channels at the same time was kind of unrealistic for me. Because, you only got so much time in a day. And to maintain them to the level I wanted to, it was just impossible. Unfortunately. But writing is one of those things. Like, I have right now, I think, 3 different books I'm working on simultaneously. And while, yeah, wires can get crossed all the time, I've kind of built a system that allows those wires to cross. A bunch of, like, storytelling stuff I won't get into here. But, allowing those wires to cross was definitely one of the biggest things. Who had Frostwalker walking through this tunnel? I mean, to be fair, I don't think there's a reason for those to be water. I mean, I guess if you get caught under it, it would be nice. Swim on up. That's a nice way out. I just need to... I need to mark out the paths better. I need to mark out, like, probably that hole on the underside, so if anybody's drowning, looking for a way out, I should probably mark that out. Oh, I was back there to probably put all my cobblestone in the cobblestone chests. So that's probably why it was the cobblestone chests. But yeah, I think when multiple people are combined to build upon the same foundation, like we're doing here with Guildcraft, I think is when it's easiest that it will end up thriving. And not in the same manner that Failing Forward was, the D&D channel, because it relied upon everyone being active. While this, everybody can be active, but it could also be like if I'm the only one playing Guildcraft, it still functions the same. Well, I think the solution I came to is to start delegating my time. I sort of did content stuff unhealthily recently, like non-stop, but I think it gave me experience. Yeah, that's a big part of it for me too. Especially with, what was it? Especially with the Failing Forward, that was a big thing. I invested all of my time into it. Wonder and Wisdom too, there was a week stretch for Wonder and Wisdom video posting where I would post like 3 videos a day. And I mean, the videos weren't hard to make. I could basically turn any clip of this conversation into a Wonder and Wisdom video, and it would work perfectly fine. But it's one of those things where just making a thumbnail, a title, just rinse and repeat, over and over and over again. It burns you out quick, man. It does. I think writing is the thing I've been healthiest with, and I think that might be, to some degree, why I've stuck with it for so long. Because I don't think I've ever, like, said, I have to write 3 bajillion chapters or whatever, or I have to write, like, 10 pages today. I've said, hey, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna write until I'm done writing, and then I'm gonna leave. And I think I've been doing that with almost everything now. I think putting a deadline on things has been really nice for me personally. I mean, that's probably just like that could just be the way my brain is wired. I don't know if you relate to this, but like just saying, hey, Guildcraft video every week. And having people actually like on Guildcraft and having the applications tied to it holds me accountable to some degree. So I can't just say, "Oh no, we didn't post another Guildcraft video." I have to come out like when I took the week off last week because I was sick and I was publishing my first ever book. I took a whole week off, but I felt pressure to do a Guildcraft video anyway because I got to the point where I set a precedent to myself to, hey, every week we're gonna see 2 Guildcraft videos. And of course now I've lessened it to 1 Guildcraft video and 1 miscellaneous video every week, which is nice so I can kind of branch out my interests. I'm still holding myself to a standard. I agree with you completely that you can kind of get into this unhealthy relationship with anything and you can either burn yourself out on it or just end up being worse at it because you're not giving yourself that time to reflect, that time to rest. But at the same time, giving yourself a bit of a deadline is also just as useful because then you have something to hold you accountable. So you can't just say, it's not happening this week. No, it has to happen this week because people are relying on it to happen or whatever force, I guess force is the wrong word. Whatever gets you to do it. If you're a true Hawk fan like myself, you've seen the face reveal. I mean, I just showed it on stream, so if you didn't see it, I'd have some better questions. Yeah. I don't know. I've just been enjoying my free trial of life, though. I know. I think nobody on the food table can relate to that, but still having that time buffer is really nice. Episode 4 of Dispatch Goated. Oh, I remember that short. It's crazy because it was that and the Grounded 2 Ant Queen short I posted. They were throwaways. I was like, maybe I'll make a short about this. And then they both blew up, and I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Like, these aren't my best work. Well, anyway, I'm go blow up my bathroom now. Remember me. Also, Hawk, don't be too pressured for things like affiliate. For me personally, I hear it was hella late. It took me 10 months. So take your time. See you guys. I think I got to go soon too. I of course got school in the morning, always fun. So I'm gonna have to hop off here. Also, but it's just been nice. It's been nice talking, you know? It's one of those things where I don't always get into the situation where I can just sit down and just yap about this. And I think that's partially the appeal of being a streamer. Appreciate you, Hawk. I appreciate you too, Hash. I look forward to seeing you, maybe tuning into some of your streams if I can catch them. I have a feeling during Armageddon we'll be seeing a lot of each other, so I'm looking forward to that. Hot goated, thanks, Aaron. Yeah, so I'll be streaming again, who knows when. Again, no real schedule. I'm just around. Aaron may assassinate me. Yeah, it might happen. I'm not gonna lie. I'll see you all around whenever I'm not May, more like, well, fair enough. Again, still gotta review that VOD, see who's in the right, or if either of you are in the right, not gonna lie. Starting to think neither of you are on the good side here. We'll see. I'm holding out faith. But we'll see. Yeah, I will. Of course, I'll probably be around the Guildcraft server more than I'm around Twitch. I might be streaming some more Warframe. I haven't played that in a while. And again, I think I touched on it briefly earlier, but I've been doing this thing where I've only been playing games quote unquote productively. I mean, what I've defined as productive is loose, but it's still there. So that way I'm not just sinking my time into this hole. I mean, as fun as it is, I have books to write. So, I have books to write, I have videos to edit, I have things that would better be done with my time than wasting it on video games, which is why I'll probably be streaming more. It's a way to make video games slightly more productive. Again, uh, neither here nor there. So thank you all for tuning into the stream. I will see you whenever I'm back online. I've been trying to play Warframe recently, so maybe you could teach me a thing or two. I'd be down. I'd be down. Bye, Hawk. I'll see you around, Aaron. Again, probably on the server. Probably on the server more than on Twitch. So yeah, I'll be around all week. I'll probably stream again on Wednesday just for all the shenanigans possibly going down with Armageddon and that sort of stuff. But I gotta end stream at some point, so I'll see you all later.